everyone, welcome! In this short video, we are going to learn independent variable and dependent variable in the conduct of quantitative research. Let us first define what is a variable. A variable is a property where members of a group to be studied differ from each or one another. Simply, it is the attribute of a case which varies for different cases. In the conduct of quantitative research, your respondents might differ in height. Some also might differ in sex. Others are male, some are female. They might also differ in terms of their educational attainment. In their civil status, some are single while others are married. In their religion, or even in their ethnicity. As the name implies, variable is something that varies. An independent variable, or also known as explanatory variable, it is a variable that the researcher studies as the likely change agent for the other variables. While a dependent variable, or also known as an outcome variable, it's the variable that changes in response to the independent variable. In the conduct of quantitative research, the type of independent variable must be clearly and correctly identified. Independent variable can be active or even can be assigned. What's the difference between an active and an assigned independent variable? An active independent variable is a type of an independent variable where the researcher can manipulate. This is in contrast with an assigned independent variable, or also known as an attribute variable. It is a type of an independent variable where the researcher cannot manipulate. For us to clearly identify what is an assigned independent variable and what is an active independent variable, let us consider this scenario. A researcher wanted to determine if electronic use will affect the student's academic performance. The researcher divided the respondents into three groups. The first group with no electronic use, 1 hour of electronic use for the second group, and unlimited electronic use for the third group. In these contexts, the independent variable is electronic use. And since the researcher manipulated it, this type of independent variable is considered to be active. In this scenario, the dependent variable is the academic performance. It is the variable that changes in response to independent variable. Suppose we are also interested to compare the difference between male and female, whether they perform high or low in their scores in mathematics. In this case, gender is considered to be an independent variable, but since this is an inherent characteristics and the researcher cannot control on how it appears to each of the subject, this independent variable is considered to be assigned independent variable. And the dependent variable in this scenario is academic performance, the variable that changes in response to the independent variable. Let us also consider this other example. Suppose a researcher wanted to determine if there is a difference in the knowledge of respondents on COVID-19 when they are grouped according to their educational level. In these contexts, the independent variable is the educational level, and since the researcher can no longer manipulate on how it appears to each of the subject, this type of independent variable is considered to be assigned independent variable. And the dependent variable in this scenario is the knowledge of respondents on COVID-19. It's the variable that changes in response to the independent variable. Today, we learned independent and dependent variable in the context of quantitative research.